doing 5 forearms, so it's important in Squirrel for us not to attack. And if we can see the angle for the general idea that there is striking in Squirrel, we don't attack, because then you'd have to reach out to hit in a Squirrel's world. You have to come into a Squirrel. You have to cross over my front in order to get to me, and then you're reaching. I did decide that, so we have 2 snakes intertwined, which might be 2 dolphins or something, and all Kung Fu is based on controlling the arm, but you can't do that. So, it's too people pull things back, and there's a new punch. They used to punch straight. Now they punch like this. There's professional punching, and there's street punch or backyard punch. Backyard punch is a combination of street and, which means know-nothings versus and people and wannabes. They watched a lot of programming. But you got a lot of haymakers. People come in from the side, so you want to defend. You can't defend a hook, a proper hook, by just putting up your arm. So this inside thing, that doesn't happen. So Squirrel, it went, and somebody asked me to write this book for these other people, so I had to think about how the world works, because it's the world they're going to go into. And so I came up with stuff I hadn't bothered to look at, because it wasn't around. I did stuff in general. Anyway, so there's new stuff, but it ties in with the old stuff, apparently. So that's why Squirrel is coming to an end, which is a different video. When I say Squirrel is coming to an end, it's completion. There's only so many moves that you need to do. Let's just bottom line this. In Squirrel, the only move, somebody was attacked, and and he did this, and this was a head guard for people who are domestically abused. But you could still get hit, and eventually, I put it in the middle, type of thing. And then it's about switching this way, and then you have less of a window to get hit at. I don't know, you people who do MMA, you can try this guard, and let me know, please. But where you grab in the middle, and it's about not whatever. And then, you can flip it down when somebody uppercuts you. There is a Squirrel stance, but this is too much in the video already. So the final move in Squirrel is this. And you see I'm making a webbing here for when they try to uppercut, and here when they try to uppercut. But if you can, you need to have you need to condition yourself to do that. You call it a stretch. You don't want to call it a stretch because there's no stability in the stretch. Stretch is just gum being pulled. It's putty, and you pull it apart. So it's connected. It's elongating. Some of these words have connotations, but the idea is you need to be able to hit this pose, type of thing. Now, if you can do it on both sides, that's good. But the idea is, and you don't go back and forth. You can kind of guard yourself with one side, and then if you need to, you fold it out, and then you fold it down for uppercut. But the point is, somebody's trying to wail on you, and you're trying to not get hurt reduce it. You need help to come. You need them to get tired. But you can do this, and they won't be able to hurt you as bad as they wanted to. And that's the most anybody can hope for, a Squirrel can hope for, type of thing. A 2 Squirrel practitioner could hope for. Because you need to, something called strike struck in Squirrel, where this is I'm going to get hurt here, so I have to hit here. So when I pull back, I soften it to where I can take. But when I punch, I have to punch fast, like real. I can't, it's not just I'm trying to develop this and do this. I need to be able to punch and get hit. but I need to not tighten. I need to try to consciously not tighten if I can help it. So breathe out, make condense. And this is a squirrel thing. If you can do this, well, do this a lot, every day. Sure, we say that. Do this every week. And then you have to do this to shore up the stomach. But the idea is I'm breathing in, so you can't, so you're going to hit me and I'm going to lose my wind, take a breath. I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit. So I'll guard myself maybe when I see it coming, but you try to sneak it if I'm aware. Even if I'm not aware, I'm working on, to be able to not get gutted, to get winded by getting hit. So that was strike struck. Probably something else I'd like to show. Have a good day. The 5 forearms needs a wall. Wall work is important. You have to hit stuff. Even your own self. And now this, I'm sorry if there's not enough, but you're walking when you're doing this, because that's functional. In Squirrel, when you hit something, it moves back. So you need to move forward. You're walking into it. You walk into it and you're pushing it back. Or not. But, blah, blah, blah. So, needle and thread. Have as good a day as you can. The movements can't be attempted. It's about the will. I'm going to be tired. You go, you don't try. You do something other than try. You have to will the movements, type of thing. You understand you would like your body to move, and movement happens along the lines of your interest, as your design allows for. But you don't tell yourself to move, you don't make it happen. Because I can lose interest, I can get distracted, so the mind's no good. The heart's no good because if I lose interest, type of thing. So I can't do it by the heart and I can't do it by the mind, type of thing. I need to be able to have the concept of what I'd like to happen and understand it's not me. Because fighting is like rape, where it's happening to you, whether you like it or not. It's happening to you, and it's not your say as to when it stops. They can keep going even when you're uncomfortable, and that's rape to me, type of thing. That's when you're in a situation that keeps going and you don't have the ability to move out of it or change its intensity. That's rape, type of thing. So that's going to happen. So in Squirrel, you do things till you're tired. Then you say, I can't do it anymore. Then you do it more. That's the setup. That, because when you're down and you don't want it, and it's hard, it's less easy. You can't have these things where you're told what to do. Oh, get up. Oh, it's easy. Oh, it's not that bad. These are very bad psychological things. These are ungood psychological things. Breathing is important. It happens downward, bro. The breathing happens down. You separate the breath even. You elongate. The breath is breathing here, but it's being pulled and it's happening here. And the chi comes out. That's just a picture thing. Don't worry about that. But the breath is elongated so that you keep doing a long breath even after you. Now you have to mechanically breathe in at some point, but you're still understanding, comprehension-wise, you're breathing in still while you breathe out. These things are Squirrel the striking, you wouldn't want to hit anybody, you wouldn't want to hurt anybody. This wouldn't want to hurt anybody. So I do the moves because they look like, they can look like attack, kung fu things, attack, defense moves. But I have no understanding of interacting with anybody. But I have to use a wall. I have to hit something. I have to work with something that's resistance. I absolutely need resistance type of thing. Or else, when I go to do it, I'm going to get an education. I really don't care to be educated. So I need to do all my study with comprehension of the situation. Different size opponents, different strengths, and everybody better than me. And then I work from there. Wherever I fail, I improve. I look at, how do I fail if somebody's faster than me? Oh, I have to change it because I can't do faster, so I have to wait on it, or I have to do less moves, but I have to do a key move. Too much stuff. I breathe. Breathe. So this was whole about the thing for the 5 forearms and striking. We don't strike to attack. We strike to condition and develop, and we need resistance. And Squirrel, wall work is important for arm work Squirrel and leg work Squirrel. I would like it, but that's a different category. But arm work Squirrel for sure uses wall work. Ernie Moore Jr. No. I know no.